A lady, dressed in scarlet, stands atop of Verily Hill, Burley, in the New Forest. She seems not to have a care in the world, staring out across the beautiful New Forest scenery. But this is not all that it seems, for her visage is a signal to all local smugglers that the revenue men were around and a new route would be needed. Her name was Lovey Warne. In the 18th and 19th centuries, smuggling was rife across the whole of southern England. Local women, such as Lovey, were used by smugglers from a young age, mostly to transport lengths of silk and lace which would be hidden on their bodies. Lovey was no exception. Born around 1790, she was a spinster with two brothers, Peter and John. All were baptised in the Ringwood Parish Church in 1796. She lived in Knave's Ash, between Burley Street and Crow in the New Forest, very near a very well-trodden smuggler's path. You too can walk the same path today as the smugglers used all of those years ago. She and other young women would undress and cover each other in fine materials before dressing in voluminous gowns and crinolines in order to deceive an approaching party of revenue men. Lovey is said to have used this technique to take goods inland from the ships at Christchurch. Once she had a narrow escape when a revenue man took a fancy to her and asked her out for a drink. Unknown to him, she was swathed in fine silk, but in order not to arouse suspicion, she accepted the invite. A few drinks in, the tipsy officer decided to take their relationship further and placed his hand on her knee. Lovey was scared of the discovery of her illegal personal cargo. She made her escape by elbowing the officer in his eye. As she made off, the landlord stepped in and cared for the revenue man, which meant Lovey got away safely. Lovey never married. She and her brother Peter lived in a house called Beautiful View at Knave's Ash. The house still survives, now named Knave's Ash. It stands near the smuggler's path across the heath. It had a secret trapdoor to aid in escape. Lovey Warne lived in the house until her death in 1873. She would have been around 84 years old. By the time of her death, smuggling was almost non-existent. Lovey had less than £6 to her name after her death.